Well, guys, how's it going? Welcome to winter. As you can tell, if I'm wearing this, means winter's here. So, just letting the Blazer warm up. It's probably in the teens. Blazer's smoking pretty good, but yeah. So we did get some snow. I don't know how much exactly because it kind of blew around a little bit, but it's not horrible. I would say probably anywhere from an inch to, I guess, 2 inches. Kind of just depends. I'm gonna go to the farm and check up on my gaming cameras. I don't know if I can even get down in the field or not. I pulled one of my cameras down out of there about a week ago because I knew I was never going to get to it. I think, if I had Big Red, but since I don't have Big Red, I kind of have to pick and choose my, how I can do this stuff now. So, still have one up because I know I can get to that fairly easy and whatever else. But I haven't checked on it in quite a while, obviously, because I only check on them once or twice once a week or every other week, I guess, depending on traffic. So the one in the yard gets checked on all the time because there's always so much traffic going down the farm road. So slows down a little bit in the wintertime, not by much. So, but yeah, the Blazer's almost up to operating temperature, but yet the heat is not putting out. Of course, I got it split in 2 different directions, but the air just doesn't seem very warm. So, when the transmission's 64 degrees, I usually don't like moving it until it's a little warmer than that, but unfortunately it's not going to get any warmer if it's not moving. They always say to put it into neutral, but I don't think that does anything. Not for this. Maybe some of the other vehicles that would do that. I don't know. Because apparently if you shift into neutral, it causes your transmission to spin, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to do much. So, I don't think it does anything on these newer vehicles. Maybe the older ones that did that. But, yeah. So, we got snow. It is what it is. It was going to come eventually. It's, I don't want to say it's early, but it's about normal. Actually, we're talking a little bit of snow right now, and that's what it's doing. It is starting to snow. So this will be the Blazer's first time out in snow this year. Because obviously the Blazer was in the garage during that snowstorm, so we broke right through the ice. So, and I did move a little bit of snow when we got that snowstorm, but I only moved it by hand. There wasn't enough there to justify using the stinking blower. I hate it when it does this, but it does it anyway. I think this is the second winter now. We get rain, and then it gets really cold, and then it snows, and then you have ice. So the bottom of my driveway is all ice, because I don't think the ground's technically froze yet, so water should be able to leak through, but it's going to be kind of slow. And I did wash my Blazer, but I think from just sitting a good week, it's got dust on it. I never got to clean the interior like I wanted to because I don't have any more of those wipes. Mother says just to use paper towels or a rag. That doesn't do a nice job though. So I like to use those car wipes or whatever to clean the dash. So we'll be having a dirty dash all winter. So, but the only nice thing about the rain is that it kept the dust down until we got snow, or it froze, either one. You can hear it You can hear it crunching. That just tells you there that that's how cold it is now. But kind of just is what it is, I guess. Unfortunately, I got to check up on my camera. I don't know if I'm going to get to the one down in the field or not, but if I can, I'm probably going to go ahead and just pull it. Normally I don't leave them down this long. Usually I pull them out by now, but usually at the first sight of snow I'll pull them down. But I pulled that one down, but I took a gamble, so it looks like I paid off because we don't have much snow. I don't think I'm going to get stuck in any of this, but it's going to come. It's got to come down. The one in the yard's going to stay up because I can get to that easily no matter what, because we have to keep it clean. So it's not the end of the world for that camera, but for the other ones, yeah. So I'm going to do the one here in the yard, and then we'll do some more griping, I guess. But yeah, my uncle fed all those bales. We had a pile of bales there. Looks like he just put the last one out. I didn't even see if that was, well, I'm not snow blowing anything anyway. It doesn't need it, and it's not froze underneath. It'll just make a freaking mess. It's not worth doing anything to it, so yeah. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back here in a minute. I'm gonna check up on my camera here, and then we'll take care of some other stuff. Alright, so I don't know if you guys will stay in that mount, because that mount was designed for my other phone, not this new iPhone. So I don't know if you guys will stay there or not, but see how things go, I guess. But yeah. So that's what's going on, I guess. But I'm trying to turn around here, but yeah, I don't have my four-wheel drive on, but I'm not going to turn it on. I don't think it's justified. So, but yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I guess things should be starting to freeze. It's just going to mostly be on the stinking top. It's not going to. Probably not going to freeze underneath very well, but rough. So yeah, let's see if we can get down to the field. I don't know. Ooh, how that was. I don't think we got that much snow. I mean, we still got some bare spots, so. Yeah, but anyways, I'm probably not going to remember to share the picture, so I better get a run at it and see what's going on. Let's see, I bet you that's probably just buried, so we won't do that, I guess. I gotta walk it, but I found well, I don't know, I guess I was snooping on Facebook and come across some people's Facebook pages. Obviously, these people are from over in North Dakota. I obviously don't, I don't really talk to them, but they, well, they're smart asses either way, but not sure if this, he's got like, I guess 2 of these Facebook pages, but I don't know if one's current or not. But anyways, I come across a picture from back, I don't know if it was uploaded on Facebook back in 2009, so I don't know if that's when it was exactly taken or not. But he took a picture of the flood, I guess that was going on back in 2009. I guess that flood must have been, I don't remember anything about the 2009 flood, but it must have been fairly good, I guess, or fairly bad, however you want to look at it. if people are willing to take pictures of it. Because if it's just like an, you know, not that good of a flood, you know, and that's not worth taking pictures, I guess. I don't know, but the field was on. He had taken a picture of our field. Of course, it was kind of hard to see a little bit because he had this chain link fence in the way. He really should have gotten out and hopped across and then stuck his hands over the fence. He would have gotten a much better picture. But from being back in 2009 anyway, it's not going to be that good of a picture. But he took a picture of our field and the flooding that was going on. And I'll have to edit the picture if I remember. I mean, maybe you guys will be able to recognize it. I don't know. People around here would be able to recognize it. But if you guys look at the old, well, the fence line that I'm working on, obviously, I've been working on this for quite a few years now. But he had taken that picture back in 2009. And I don't think at that time I was doing anything with that fence. I don't think I was taking anything down. Yeah, because I'm trying to freaking remember, because I don't think 2009, I think was, well, I think I was 17 at the time, because like I've said in previous videos, I moved into my house in 2009, but it wasn't until the fall time. That's when I would turn 18, was in the fall time. So this was taken back in spring, so I obviously would have been 17, you know, but I guess. But yeah, I don't think I was doing anything with that fence at the time, but you could actually see all the bushes that were along the fence line, all the ones that I worked on over the last few years to take out. And I would have to, if I think about it, I'll try to put an arrow or something to mark each bush that I was working on. Now, some of those bushes that you see in the picture, well, actually, let me reword it. Not all those, there were some bushes that were not in the picture because they were new. Because I think, I don't even remember now, but I think there was one somewhere down here I had to take out. Well, I guess it must have been that small one that I took out, and then the one that I knocked over with the lawnmower by accident. But they weren't there. You could see it in the picture that they weren't there, so that was just like a big empty cavity. But you could see the one that was growing in the ditch that obviously I deleted this year, and then all the ones south of that. And I know I made a video talking about it about a month or two ago, where the very first bush was at in that part of the fence line. And I'm pretty sure that's it in the picture, but I'll circle that. I don't really want to circle it because I might mess it up, but I'll have to do something funky there to show you. But that's where the fence line started anyway, or it ended, whatever. I don't know what the hell they had going on for a fence, but that's where I had officially started, was that very, very first bush. Whenever I started. I don't even know if I have any of this on. You think I would have it on video, because I started YouTube in 2011, but then I don't think I started uploading until probably a couple of months later. I don't think I started uploading right away. I more or less started my YouTube channel just so I could leave comments and, of course, watch other people's videos and add them to like a playlist or whatever if I really wanted to. So, but then I think I started looking up other videos on my four-wheeler, I think at the time, and then it's like, well, these videos are getting some decent views, you know. So I was like, oh, I'll make a video of Big Red, and, you know, it wasn't the greatest video in the world, obviously. So that was officially my first video ever I uploaded on YouTube. And I think that was done with a freaking BlackBerry. cell phone. Obviously they weren't that great, not compared to today's phones, but yeah, so that bush, the very first bush ever that I took out along that fence line, is in the picture. Which is kind of, I mean, it's kind of nice to see, even though the pictures are kind of crap, because, you know, in 2009, cameras were not that great, especially on cell phones. I know that there's people around here that have taken pictures of our land, you know, during flooding or whatever. But I don't ever get to see them because, you know, obviously we're not on good terms and yada yada yada. But I would like to see them because it's history, you know. It's history to me because I'm changing this land. I'm changing how it looks. You think, okay, well, you're taking out a fence line, you're going to knock all the trees down. What's the big deal? Well, those trees have been there forever. If you look at the trees to the north that are closest to the bridge, they've obviously been there a very long time because they're, what, 50, 100 feet, probably more tall, and they're really big. And then, like I said, I don't think I have any, I sure in hell don't have any, I can't remember if I ever took any video back when I first started working on the fence. You think I would have, because I think at the time I was on YouTube and I was officially making videos. I just don't know if they were ever worth the while to videotape. So I don't know. I don't remember that far back, but the thing is that picture shows every single bush along that fence line that I've worked on. And you can and it was a good picture in a way, because not only do you get the very first bush ever, then you get that big tree where I stopped this year. You get that in the shot. You get that all in one big shot. But obviously, since the cameras are shit, you know, they even if you blew the picture up a little bit, it just gets more digital and then just looks like shit. So it was kind of nice to come across that picture, even though I did come across it by accident. You know, it's not like I was actually trying to look for these. I just happened to come. Well, if you have that thing on Facebook that shows suggested friends, you know, people that you could, or people you may know, whatever that list is called now, you can disable that, but mine's on. I just never turned it off, but I kind of like having it on because sometimes you'll come across people. Yeah, we're not friends. We're not, you know, we're not chit-chatting. We're not going to the bar and hanging out. We're not doing any of that shit. I don't hang out with these people, obviously, but they have all their stuff on public. Most of them do. And in a way, it's nice. I don't mean to, you know, stalk your Facebook page, but if I come across that, I'm going to, you know, and if I know you're from this area, I'm going to definitely take a look, because I'm trying to find pictures of the farm. You know, even though they're, I don't know, you're taking pictures of private property, but I don't know if that really matters, I guess, you know, because you're taking pictures of the flooding. So, I mean, I'm not going to, I guess, care too much, but I know that there has to be other pictures out here, you know, around here. I know that my grandma has pictures. They're not that good now because they've obviously never taken care of them, but the great-grandparents, back when they were, I don't know when these pictures were dated, but I know it was way back in the day, even before, obviously long before drones were even a thing. If you wanted to take a picture of your property from the sky, you had to be in an airplane or a helicopter to do it. So I believe back then it would have been either with an airplane or a helicopter. I think my great-grandparents paid somebody to take a couple of pictures of the farm from above. And that's when you can actually see how the farm looked back in the day. But obviously, since those pictures are not being taken care of, they're just going to shit. So that's history being slowly deleted with time. But yeah, you could see like all the trucks and stuff that the great-grandparents used to own, like even their pickups. Where the grain truck used to sit at, There was like a red pickup sitting there or something. I don't know what pickup that would have been. Obviously, that's gone with history. Got sold, obviously, or crushed, or whatever. So, yeah, and then it's kind of the same thing with Google Maps too. Like, you can, I mean, I don't know how far you can go back. Obviously, I don't even know if there is a way to change that, but I know that I like to try to look on the Google Maps too, because they take pictures of our land too, but they're not that good. They're not detailed because you're literally looking down at it straight, you know. And if you zoom in, you can only zoom in so far before things again start to look digital. And it actually changes too, because they don't update it. They update it like section by section. It's stupid. So if you, let's say like if you zoom in, let's just say 100 feet into our land. Or no, let's say you're 100 feet from our land, you know, up in the air, right? Okay. Anything above that 100 feet will be current. So like 2024. And then if you really zoom in, if you're under that 100 foot range, then it's everything from like 2015, you know, like it's outdated. So, you know, and then again, if you go to the street view and you drive down certain streets or whatever with the street view, some are current, and some are not. Believe it or not, I actually did catch this year. So this year alone, I actually did catch the Google car driving through town. I've never seen that before. The last time Google was in town, you know, the street view car, I think was 2015, I think. So, or it could have even been 20. I don't know. The last time they were in town, I missed them because they had it dated to when they showed up, and yeah, I wasn't home when they showed up. I think I was gone. I don't know, but so, but this year, I actually caught him. So that was interesting. I wish they would come down the farm road. That would have been kind of nice because I mean it's a dead end street, but you can't go down here. You can't really go down here with the street view, whatever, for whatever reasons. But it would have been kind of nice if they would have been doing that over the years. Because then again, you could have gotten to see what the farm looked like from the street view. Now, some things are going to be blurred out, like addresses and whatever, just, I guess, out of protection, you know, whatever. And faces get blurred out. I don't know why, but they do that too. License plates, they blur them out. I don't know why, but they do. I guess just for safety of the people, I guess. I don't know. And they're not getting our permission anyway to to view that stuff. So maybe that's why, because they're not going to come through town and be, hey, can I expose your license plate number and your address? You know, they're not going to waste time doing that. It's just easier for them just to blur it all out. So, but yeah, so it was kind of interesting to see that picture. He had another one too on the other guy's field across the bridge to the north, but I don't care about that because that land has never changed, and we don't own it anyway. So, but I like it because I can actually, this is the only way I can find how the farm kind of looked before I started messing with it, you know. So obviously I'm removing the fence. So I am deleting history. I am removing history from this farm. The thing is the fence is never going to get used again. And if we do decide to fence all this off again, it'll be with electric fencing. So we're going to be up to date. And that's a little bit of extra hay that we could be having. And plus it makes the field look cleaner, makes the field look bigger. You know, obviously we have more cattle than ever, so we kind of need all the hay that we can get, and I need to maximize our ground. So even just by deleting the fence and cutting all the trees down and removing all that, that might give us an extra, you know, I don't want to say it's going to give us an extra half a bale, because that's not true, because you're not getting that much hay off of it, but it gives you a few extra layers of hay on a bale. You know, at least two 2 full wraps of extra hay, so it's worth it. Every little bit of fucking hay that I can pull off this ground is better. I wish, actually, if it comes down to I'm cutting the hay, I'm cutting the fucking dike too, because one, I'm controlling weeds. I got to stop the weeds from spreading into our field, and two, I might as well just cut it for hay. Like, because a lot of the times this hay is really nice. If you could just get the freaking weeds off of it, then you could cut the damn hay and it would be excellent. You know, you guys don't get here in time half the time to mow it anyway. So, I don't know, but yeah, I think it was even this year, you know, while the young guy was later than normal because of all the rain. But the thing is too, is that at the whole time that we did start getting some decent weather, I could have already been out cutting this hay and knocking it down, and I could have cut the dike too and took the hay. The reason why that didn't happen is obviously because the young guy has to cut all his hay first and then work his way over here. So, you know, it takes longer for our stuff to get cut because he's working his way over here. He's just not going to come over here and just cut it and then go back to wherever the hell he come from. He's going to work his way here. So, but if I had our own haying equipment, I could have started the second that the rain stopped, could have cut it all and let it dry out and baled it and been frickin' done with it. So, but the young guy never did bring the balers down. You know, just too busy, obviously. But he told me that I could have came and gotten them with the Tahoe. He says apparently that the Tahoe would have no problem pulling them. He's going to give me apparently 2. One is his old baler, old 851, that he used for many, many years. He says the balers wore out, but he says there's plenty of good parts still on it. And then he was going to give me the old timers 851, which hasn't been used since what, 2015, 2016 probably, somewhere around there. The baler just sat. So, and the baler was okay when he retired from farming, the old timer, it was okay. That baler doesn't make the greatest bales, but I think the reasons to why it didn't make that great of bales is because the old timer was not speeding it up. He wasn't spinning the bales fast enough to make the bales look tight. So every time that he made a bale, the bales looked awful hairy. You know, they looked like they were having a bad day. But then whenever the young guy would come over here, even with the 855, which is a much newer generation of baler, those balers made nice bales. They weren't as hairy, you know. But the young guy's not really using that baler much anymore. He still is, but he's mostly using that for roadside ditches now and stuff. Because he's got these belt balers, which he hates. He doesn't like any of them. But he says those chain balers, they're getting hard to find. You know, find a good used one. So he's kind of forced to upgrade, you know. But he says that it's hard to keep those. You can't use those balers on the side of the ditches because the belts will just wander off and then they flip and then they tear themselves to pieces. So, but I figured, you know, if we could get he was going to give me all that stuff for free. He didn't want nothing for it, which I guess is okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind fixing up the balers a little bit, especially the old timers. I mean, that pickup head's questionable, but I might just try to find a different one off of something else. But I don't know. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. But I never went out and got them. I just, you know, I'm still trying to get settled in for winter. You know, I'm getting pretty much caught up. There's some things I'm not going to get done because it's just the money's not there to do it. So it helped that winter was late this year. It kind of helped a little bit there, but still got more things I want to do yet. So, but that's all at the house. That's not here at the farm. So the farm's done. I don't have nothing here to do anymore besides check up on my gaming cameras and whatever. And I don't really even grocery shop for my grandma anymore. We used to do that for quite a few years. Oh, look at all those little John Deere tractors, little compacts. They all got cabs on them, except that one. That was kind of cool to see, I guess. But yeah, used to do a lot of shopping for my grandma. But that got kind of irritating too. So, but now I guess my uncle's doing it. I guess ever since my bank account got kind of fucked up for whatever reasons, they didn't put my money in right away. I think it was just a glitch in the system or something. I don't know. I think ever since then, since I had to literally waste a whole day waiting for my money to come in, when usually it's in first thing in the morning, ever since then, I think he's been doing it, because I think that they were kind of scared that they weren't going to get their money. And I'm not going to go just drive around for one person. You know, my grandma, well, I guess two technically, my grandma and my uncle. I'm not going to go travel just for them when they have a car that's capable of doing it too. So the Pontiac's getting wore out, but they're never going to get nothing newer. So, so he just decided just to go to North Dakota over there, and get what he needs to get. And I guess he's finding, most of everything. So technically I don't really have to shop for them anymore. If there's a certain thing that they're looking for, then yeah, but so it's not that often that they need something. So, but yeah, so got some turkeys behind the Blazer. But yeah, I want to go check that snow, because if I can't get down there with the Blazer, I'll be walking. But then I'm not coming back, so I'll be taking the camera down. So normally I would have them down by now. Like I said, I took that one down, but because I knew I wasn't going to get into there. I figured out here in the field it wouldn't be too bad, because I can still see grass. Big Red would have no fucking problem driving through it. But this is not Big Red, so if I had Big Red up and running, I'd probably leave those cameras up until we had another major snowstorm moving in, So I think just to save myself the bullshit, I'm just gonna go grab that one now and be done with it. The one in the yard will stay, obviously, because I can check that all the time. And yada yada yada. So, but yeah, anyways, it was like I was talking about that picture there. That was kind of nice to see that. It's old and outdated, but it's kind of shit. The quality's not that great, but it was kind of nice because you could actually see the old fence line that was there. You can see every single one of those damn bushes that was there, including the very first one, which I thought was interesting. I didn't know if anybody around here was even. I kind of figured somebody was, but I didn't know who. So, and obviously I was never going to ever see him. So I guess to anybody around here that watches my videos, and if you ever happen to take a picture of my land, send it to me. I got a Facebook page, look me up. So, because I kind of want it, because you might get it from a different angle than, I can go on top of the bridge and take pictures from that way. I don't really do it. I just, everybody does it, and I don't trust traffic. But if you happen to just come out to take a picture, I guess, or something, whatever, at some point, send them to me. Even if you got some really old ones, like from back in 2010 or whatever, like 2015 even, send them my way. I want to see them because it's, you guys are taking pictures of my land. Yeah, I'm making videos of it now, but I don't really have any pictures or anything from back when the fence line was fully up, the barbed wire was down, but all the bushes were still there at the time. So I don't know if anybody else would have gotten any better pictures, I guess, of the fence line when it was still fully intact, or all the bushes were still up. It'd be kind of nice to see those pictures. I don't know how often people take pictures around here. I know there is one guy that comes around now. I don't know if it's once a year or what the hell it is, but he takes pictures of, he does our town, he does the one over North Dakota side, and of course quite a few other ones of small towns. And they're just like update pictures or whatever. But he takes it from the sky. He's got one of those drones, you know, and whatever, and they really look nice. And he's taken a couple of our town. I think one was from this direction, so it would have been northeast. You could obviously you could see our land, and then I think the current one was from the east side of town. You can still see our land because obviously it's way up in the air, but if you zoom in, it's all digital, you know. Like, I'm waiting for when that guy decides to come over by these trees over here and take a picture down, you know. Like, I don't know if he'll ever do that or not, but because technically he'd be flying over private property, and I don't know if there's like a limit to that or what, but not really, because I think there was another guy that was flying a drone around a couple of years ago, and he was flying it right over the fucking farmyard. It wasn't even that, you could hear it. I don't know what he was taking pictures of. I suppose the flood, I guess, at the time. I think it was still flooding, and we were getting ready to start hauling trees, like cleaning up the mess down here and whatever else. So I don't know, maybe there is really no limit, I guess. I don't know, but there should be, I guess. But there's a height limit. You can only go so high, because in the what the hell is it, the FAA or whatever, they get after their ass. I don't know why. I don't think that's gonna matter here. You know, just be aware of your surroundings. If you hear a fucking plane coming, then bring the bitch down or send the bitch way up. But if you send the bitch way up, then you could hit jets. I don't know if a drone could ever go that high as like a jet could. I don't know. I imagine those things have their limits too. Can't say I've ever seen anybody ever actually push these things to the limit. I've never looked up any videos of it. I should, to see exactly what drones can handle. But I don't know. So, but that's kind of another reason why I wanted to always get a drone too, because then I could take pictures of whatever I wanted, you know, here on my land, just as like an update, and videos. I can make videos of it, and I can get it from a completely different angle. You know, that's what I like about drones, is that it really opens up the possibilities of different angles. You can get really creative with different angles compared to a phone. You can only do so much with a goddamn phone in your hand or a camera in your hand, you know. So you're kind of just limited on that. So, but whatever, it is what it is, though, you know. So, but yeah, if I guess anybody around here has pictures that you've happened to take of our land or something at some point, send them my way, because I would like to see them, especially if they're older ones, because it kind of shows how much the land has actually changed. Because every tree I take down, it's, you know, the land has changed. So, you know, every building that comes down on the land, you know, that gets changed. We already deleted one. There's actually another one I want to delete. And then, I don't know, you guys won't, the people around here would know, but you guys on YouTube wouldn't know. That old trailer house. That's where I want to put my future shop at some point. But the porch, there's actually 2 porches on these things, and they're both shit, and they're both collapsing. So that's kind of what I want to do next year, is kind of work on those porches, get them out of here, so at least it would clean the land up a little bit. At least show that we are trying to keep it clean. Well, it's me that does all the work, so you can thank me. So at least I fucking try. So, but yeah, I guess, guys, that's pretty much it. I just want to give you guys an update. But yeah, there is snow on the ground. I guess you guys probably want proof of that, but you know, there you go. It's all white. I told Rishi 6 to keep the shit up in Canada, but he didn't listen. Rishi 6, you're a bad boy. So it was coming anyway, so we knew about it. They were talking about it for the last few days. There was going to be a system coming through. We didn't get the worst of it. The worst of it was out in the middle of North Dakota. They were going to get up to 6+ inches. I think we got maybe 2 inches. But you can tell it's been blowing around. So some areas are bare and some are full. So who knows for sure, but what do, you know? So, but yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to take off. I want to check the snow down here. If nothing happens, then I'll be all right. I'll be able to go get my cameras. But if not, then I guess I'm going to walk it. But I guess we'll find out soon enough here. You guys won't see any of that because obviously I'm not going to show where my cameras are at. At least some of them anyway. Some of them I don't care too much because they're not really there for catching trespassers, but they're more or less just catching those that are running over the mailbox all the time. That hasn't happened recently, but way people fucking drive, you know, especially the mail people. I don't know. So, but I've been catching a lot of wildlife though, walking in and out of that driveway at night. That's kind of interesting to see that too. I think I seen a coyote a few months ago, mostly foxes and deer and some turkeys. And there is a raccoon that will occasionally come by. I don't know where the hell he's living at, but don't see him too often. Maybe a couple of weeks I'll see him wander in and out of the driveway a couple of times. So I'll be looking for food. So, but yeah, anyways guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Take her easy.